You are watching the Protein Bites visual audio experience. My name is Adriano. Welcome to the show. Today's topic, I want to talk about sticking to your diet. I put up a poll on, I think, Ridge Fitness on Instagram yesterday, and I had a fair amount of people say they struggled with sticking to their diet. So I wanted to briefly sort of touch on that. I'm really excited to do this because I've got some pretty big news. So we've got 2 new staff members hopefully starting up with us in the next week, which will mean I'm freed up to do a lot more coaching. A lot more work on the business. So that means providing a better podcast as opposed to just sort of feeling what I want to do on the day. I actually did some planning last night for it. It was really enjoyable. Just a lot of that, which is really cool. So really looking forward to this podcast getting better. I've got a friend, Sinead Chico. She should be coming on here, and I'll have both of my coaches coming on and doing a podcast once I get all the video sort of stuff sorted out, turn this space into a bit more of a podcasty friendly space. Really looking forward to seeing what we can do in terms of bringing you guys a pretty good, well thought out, well produced podcast. So be on the lookout for that. My friend Sinead is an IFBB Pro bikini competitor, so hopefully we can get her on soon. We used to work at a supplement shop together. That's how we sort of created a really, really solid friendship. She's one of the nicest people you'll meet. Genuinely, she's super, super sweet and an absolute gem in the industry because she really cares. I know a lot of people think profit first. Sinead doesn't think like that, and that's what I really respect about her. She really loves her craft, and I don't think you're going to find a better person in the industry. So having that conversation of someone that's a bikini competitor versus with me, who's very much general population, I think is going to be a really interesting conversation. One, because her and I can talk the back legs off a donkey, but 2, because we're both coaches now in the space. Her with a lot more bodybuilding experience, me with a lot more sort of coaching experience, and I think it's going to be for an interesting conversation. So be on the lookout for that. Kind of got me thinking though about sticking to a diet, where people go wrong. So I've developed a few things and thought about where the sort of 3 key areas for diet selection. So there's a few things when you're dealing with your diet and sticking to it. You've got diet sort of selection, the 3 principles of diet selection, let's say. So we've got enjoyment. You have to like the food that you're eating. You have to have some level of variety, because if you don't have variety, you're going to fall off the wagon because you're going to get bored. And 3, it has to have some level of positive nutritional content. So if you enjoy it and it's variety, but you're eating snakes, like Allen's lollies, not a net positive. Let's say if it's high nutritional content, but you don't have any variety and you don't have any enjoyment, again, you're going to fall off the wagon. So the 3 principles of diet selection are pretty important, and these are the key things that you need to remember. Enjoyment, variety, and nutritional content for when you are picking a diet or a way of eating that you'd like to subscribe to, I suppose. And then the 3 principles of sticking to the diet, of diet adherence, are going to be satiety, so how full that meal keeps you. It's a thing called the satiety index. The satiety index is, let's say you've got a bunch of foods and they all rate on the index very differently. Potatoes, I believe, are the highest satiety food, and then it goes down from there. So that's why potatoes are a really, really good dieting food as well. Anyway, the 3 principles of adherence, dietary adherence: you've got satiety, you've got convenience, because it's not convenient, you're not going to do it, you're not going to eat it, and enjoyment. Okay, so enjoyment is a principle that is, I believe, number 1, because it's going to help you adhere to it. If you enjoy it, you're going to adhere to it. If it's convenient, you'll be able to adhere to it. And if it keeps you fuller for longer, you'll be able to adhere to it. Let's say you've eaten a meal and within half an hour you're feeling full again. Not good. We can't have that. I'm feeling hungry again. You can't have that. Oh, pardon me. So looking at those 3 key principles and what that looks like. So we're going to break that down a little bit today, and I'm really looking forward to giving you some real tactics and strategies in order to combat the difficulty that you have with sticking to your diet. So we're going to go over the principles of diet selection right now. So the three principles, as we've said, of diet selection, so picking the foods that you want to eat, has to be enjoyment, variety, nutritional content. So, I mean, calories, sure, but that kind of covers in nutritional content. So, enjoyment, number one. So for me, I really like eggs on toast in the morning. I used to have like bacon and eggs every morning. That's my favorite meal to eat. Can do it day in, day out without any hesitation. Love eggs. They never get old for me. Everybody's different though. So what I do is I have an egg and bacon roll. I have it on like a brioche bun or something. I make it all myself homemade with no butter. So all in all, for an egg and bacon roll, it's 400 calories. Now, I can eat about 2,500 calories a day and lose weight. So that's like one meal out of 5 for me. But that's about maybe 20 grams of protein, I want to say. Something like maybe 25. And if I have that with my shake in the morning, it's 75 grams of protein for 700 calories, give or take. 650 calories, give or take. So in that instance, it's a really, really good option for me. So it ticks the box of enjoyment. I love eggs and I can eat that every day, egg and bacon. Variety doesn't really tick that box, but I'm not too concerned with variety because I enjoy it so much. So where variety is kind of key, maybe I'll have 2 bacon and egg rolls on a weekend or something just for a bit of variety, but truly, I'll give you an example. Let's say on the weekend, I think I skipped breakfast and ended up having something else somewhere. I can't remember. Oh, fuck. Anyway. On weekends, I'll tend to skip breakfast and have a bigger lunch or something like that. That'll be my way of getting in some sort of variety in there, but I kind of keep to the same calories. And then nutritional content, moderate carb, high protein, moderate fat. I'm pretty happy with that selection. Let's say bacon and egg roll. So for you, what that might look like could be it could be like a protein shake and oats in the morning. It could be jam on toast with a protein shake. It could be any of these things that tick the enjoyment. Toast is a good one. Just don't put peanut butter on there, like unless you measure it out. But just looking at those key principles, we need some carbs. So jam, toast, oats, all carb-heavy stuff. We need some protein, so protein powders, eggs, bacon, all that sort of stuff. Really, really key. Okay, so making sure the nutritional content box is ticked thoroughly. But that is the 3 basic 4 principles of diet selection. Now, I've done that for my dinner as well. So dinner, I have a piece of eye fillet steak, about 100, maybe 200 grams of eye fillet steak. I'll have it with avocado and maybe some green veg. And I love doing that. That is something that I really look forward to. So it ticks the box of enjoyment. It ticks the box of variety because I can have different veg with it. I can have avocado or I can have veg. And typically I'll have it with, instead of having the carbs from rice, I'll have the carbs from ice cream. So I'll have about 1 or 2 sticks of like a connoisseur ice cream stick or something like that. If you're a lady, probably just have 1 ice cream. And no, but if you're a bloke, 2's typically the magic the magic number. So in that sense, you can get a bit of variety from the ice cream or different sorts of things. So that's where I sort of I'll get my variety from. Now, nutritional content, maybe let's say dinner's not the best for nutritional content, although we got steak, high nutrient density there, avocado, high nutrient density there, and let's say the worst thing we have in the day is an ice cream or 2. It's not even probably 10% of my calories for the day, or like let's say 15% of my calories for the day. So I think net positive. So as long as we're eating sort of that like 80 to 90% whole food, 10 to 20% soul food, we're in a really good spot. Okay, so that's how I'm going to pick those 2 basic meals. Do I enjoy them? Have they been optimized for nutritional content? And is there some sort of variety in there? Okay, so that's what you guys should look at. If you're not looking at that and you're trying to change it up too much, maybe you have too much variety but no nutritional content and no enjoyment, there's a problem as well. So you've got to find something you can pretty much cycle through and eat every day reliably and enjoy it and have a system. Which brings me to the 3 principles of dietary adherence. Okay, satiety, so feeling full, convenience, being able to make the meal relatively easily or get it on the go, and enjoying it. So dietary adherence, the reason why I'm really good at sticking to the egg and bacon roll thing, I can make it at home for 400 calories, or I can go out to a cafe and have it for 400 calories. So I can have the nice go out to eat breakfast vibe and still stick to my diet. So a lot of people, this is where they go wrong. They'll go straight for the egg Benedict because they're not used to going out on a regular basis and getting food and eating out. So then they're, fuck, I'll get whatever the fuck I want, as opposed to just get eggs on toast. But it's boring. Yeah, fucking swallow that pill. You'll be okay. At least, and I think a lot of people don't interact with their diet from a place of gratitude as well. I do, because I came from a bodybuilding sort of background where every meal is tracked and accounted for. Every session is tracked and accounted for. And so for me, I'm really grateful that I can actually still have my meals out and about and still be on track for my goals. I think that is somewhere where you have to operate and change your headspace. If you're like, I want eggs Benedict, I want that, well, too bad. You're out of breakfast. You want to lose weight. This is what you have to do. There comes a point where you have to be a bit of tough love and stop being a pussy, right? And those sort of moments where you choose your goals versus you choose your temporary craving, I guarantee you're going to enjoy the eggs and bacon just as much as you're going to eat the eggs Benedict. Like, it's not going to blow your mind or give you a mouthgasm. I reckon it'd be, 10 to 20% better, but like, you're still going to enjoy your eggs on toast. So that's just my sort of takeaway, right, with that. But I see that's where a lot of people go wrong. Is when they go out to eat, they just blast it. Like, I used to do that. I used to just blast it. Have whatever I could. Maybe not for breakfast, but for like dinners and stuff, I used to do that. So convenience. Now, a lot of people, if they can't make their breakfast and they're thrown off the system, what they'll do is they'll blame, I was on the run, I was fucking. I know that everybody here has a lot of time. I also know that people here are really shitty at time management, because I'm really good at time management, and I still have time in my day to do whatever the thing I need to do. It's just if I can be fucked enough to do it. And I do a lot of work. So it's being honest with yourself about where you're at, planning ahead, and I think that's what's going to get you the allow you to stick to your diet. So adhere to your diet. So we've done the satiety thing. Does it keep you full for long or at convenience? Now, egg and bacon roll, you can get that anywhere. Just ask for no butter on the bread. Ask for eggs. You can get them even poached on a roll if you like. I would recommend that. Okay? So convenience factor for my, let's say, egg and bacon roll, gone. I can get it on the go. I can get it at home. No matter where I go, I can stick to my diet. Magic. Okay? And let's say if I want to do my chicken and rice for lunch, well, steak, I can cook at home. That takes 10 minutes. It's very easy. I don't need to make any carbs. Ice cream sticks in the freezer ready to go. Lunchtime, I just put a whole butterfly chicken that's been marinated in the oven for an hour at 180, and we are good to go. That is my little trick. I get a marinated butterfly chicken, and I just chop that up into 4 or 5 portions. And that is my protein source for the day. So I'll have chicken and rice and veg. Tastes really nice, like if I put some avocado in there or something like that, so I get a nice amount of enjoyment from that, and it's very convenient. It takes me an hour. I don't even need to sit at the oven and watch it. I just need to let it cook itself. So in terms of my meal prep and my strategies around sticking to my diet, getting lean has never been simpler. All I need to worry about is have my protein shake in the morning, 2 scooper, that's super convenient. Have my egg and bacon roll in the morning, that's super convenient. Have my chicken and rice stuff, that's already prepped, done, convenient. I'm probably spending half an hour maybe to 40 minutes prepping all my meals each day, which isn't a lot of time. Like, that's pretty good to be able to stick to your diet. And so if you're someone that is even more time poor than me, having some systems in place is going to be the best case for you. So you can do this by going to service stations and having go-to sandwiches. Let's say they have a chicken sandwich or something at 7-Eleven. It means you're going to have to drive an extra 5 minutes to 7-Eleven to get your sandwich, but at least that way you'll be able to stick to your goals. Or let's say in Caringbah, we've got a place called, I think it's called FX. They have like grilled chicken and salads for lunch. And you can go there and just have a grilled chicken and salad, like 2 pieces of breast chicken, so you can stick to your diet in that way. There's different places that you can go to, or you can go to like a fucking Coles and get a quarter barbecue chicken, take off the skin and just have the breast. Magic, that works too. So there's so many fucking options for you guys to choose from. But you've got to pick something that's convenient, because the principles of dietary adherence, we've got satiety, convenience, and enjoyment. And so if these meals are convenient for you to eat, and healthy and help you stick to your goals, you're more likely to do it. Versus if it's inconvenient, which everybody uses the excuse, I was in the city and all they had was... everyone loves that one for me. That's my favorite. Oh, I was out and about and they just had kebabs. Yeah. You can ask for a Slovakia stick or whatever the fuck. I'm sure you can. Some tabbouleh and some fucking like grilled chicken. They'll have that for sure. You just didn't want to ask because you wanted to eat something, that was more enjoyable than eat something that was slightly less enjoyable but get you to your goal. So, yeah. So, and then we've got enjoyment. And so if we don't enjoy it, like let's say breakfast for me, bacon, egg roll, I love it. It's convenient and it keeps me full. So we've got those three basic principles that are super important that you guys stick to. So if your meals look like that, you've got a really high percentage chance of sticking to your diet. If you don't pick your diet for enjoyment, variety, nutritional content, and don't expect to stick to your diet if it doesn't keep you very full, it's not very convenient, and you don't enjoy it. That is how you're going to stick to your diet. You've got to tick all those boxes and figure out what foods you can eat on repeat or through a rotation, because that is the key to long-term weight loss. Me, pretty much, I eat like a robot during the week. Weekend, it's cocktail city. It's nice restaurant city. It's like I enjoy eating like lean meats when I go out now. I don't really enjoy eating like big rice heavy meals, strictly because I just know that it's not going to contribute to my goals. So I'd rather have a couple more calories from alcohol and enjoy myself being out and about than, having sweets and shit like that. Because sweets definitely set me back. I can just fucking conveyor belt them into my mouth without even feeling a thing. So it's really important to come to terms with that and understand where you're at with that sort of stuff, calorically speaking. Because if you're just going into the weekend blasting it and you haven't earned it in the week by being rigid, well, guess what? You're going to fail. Whereas I've been able to lose 700-800 grams a week reliably every week for the last almost like half a year, I want to say, simply based on the fact that I've implemented all these principles of enjoyment, variety, nutritional content, satiety, convenience, and enjoyment again. Okay, so stick to those basic principles. Do some thinking, do some planning. What are some meals that you like that are basic? What are some things that you can eat on repeat that you like? How can you systemize it to make preparation for it easier? How can you facilitate it into your life? Because I'm telling you, like, it's piss easy to do this system. Even if you've got kids, it's piss easy. Like, making a bacon egg roll in the morning is not going to be difficult. You're going to fucking pre-boil the eggs, soft boil them for 3 minutes so they're still runny on the inside. You know what I mean? Like, and just toast some bread. You've got 3 minutes to toast some bread and make some bacon. I'm going to be honest. If you don't, you've got bigger problems than you think. So things like that. You can get fucking ham. Just get ham and bacon, ham and egg on a bread roll, and that'll tick the box. So there's no real excuses. You just don't have the systems in place, and that's what I'm sort of gunning for. Is you guys need to make it convenient through systems, make it enjoyable, help it keep you full. Anyway, look, I hope this podcast has seen you guys well. Hope it was somewhat interesting. Hopefully some of these principles help you stick to your diet. And I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you for tuning in. And all the best. Bye.